Good day everyone, especially to our professor, Ma'am Clarissa Loberio. The topic that I choose to discuss is all about the anthropology. First, what is anthropology? According to Wikipedia, anthropology is the scientific study of humanity concerned with human behavior, human biology, culture, societies, and linguistics in both the present and the past, including past human species. Anthropology is the systematic study of humanity with the goal of the understanding our evolutionary origins. In the question of how does anthropology explain human nature, anthropology says that there is no such thing as a human nature. Human capacities are not genetically specified but emerge within processes of ontogenetic development. Moreover, the circumstances of development are continually shaped through human activity. We have two very important concepts in anthropology. These are concepts of culture and enculturation. The first one is culture. Culture is traditionally defined as a system of human behavior and thought. This covers all customs, traditions, and capabilities of humans as they function in society. And the second one is the enculturation. Enculturation is the transmission of culture from one generation to the next. Unlike biological hereditary transmission, cultural transmission is done through observation, use of language, adaptation to environment, rituals, and formal and informal education. Every member of the community will then distinguish themselves from other communities because of the differences in the way people do things in their lives. We have four environment and orientations. The first is object orientation. Position the self in relation to the surroundings objects. The self should be able to act responsibly to the cultural objects around. Take for example the Tiboli, an indigenous group from South Cotabato. They learn to respect the trees, the lakes, the falls, the animals of the forest. They believe in the spirit of the forest, hence they consider the woods as a holy ground where no leaf shall be turned as one walks through. The second one is spatial orientation. It provides the self with personal space in relation to other people or things. In our earlier example, the individualistic society where independence is of utmost importance, personal space is also emphasized. The third one is the temporal orientation. Endows the self with the sense of time. Time is truly relevant to culture communities. In Filipino philosophy, time is seen as spherical, where life events are repeated but may not be necessarily the same. Routinary activities are not considered a repetition of previous activities because these activities will be done at the feel of time. This is particularly true in the rural communities where only the self or very few people are involved. In the urban communities where time is of the essence and where the Western linear concept of time is practiced, the self must be able to adjust to this temporal orientation. And the last one is the normative orientation. Provides the self with a grasp of accepted norms in the community. Being on time is generally accepted norm in communal activities. In communities where punctuality is considered a value, being on time is already a charitable gesture. Likewise, the normative orientation is at the same time providing the self an idea of behaviors which are not acceptable by the community. The self at a very early age must have known that killing, stealing, hurting others, and the like are behaviors that should be avoided. Anthropology liberates the self from the fallacies of dominant ideas. In this most liberating science, the self is no longer seen as an entity with innate ideas, ready to face the world, and as if programmed to respond to the demands of time. Likewise, the self is not seen as a blank state, ready to encode all the details of everyday experiences, so that it becomes limited only to what is written on that slate. Again, good day everyone. Thank you for your time to listen and watch my report about anthropology. Advance Merry Christmas and Happy New Year everyone.